Bye-bye mini bike. Have a good time with your new owner. So guys, as you can see behind me, we got the two Yamaha DT100s. The red one is missing the seat, but I have it in the back of my truck along with some more fender parts and stuff like that. So we're gonna have a good time. And update on the XR100. So right now I've got a cam gear on order, so I'm gonna have to figure out how to get the nuts loose on the side of the stator. But for the most part, we're good to go. So I'll see y'all when I get back I'll see y'all whenever I'm able to actually work on these bikes. So, hey guys, welcome back to Forrest Speed and Outdoors. Today we are going to pick up a couple of Yamaha DT100s. I'm straight trading them for the mini bike, which is back there. I don't know if you can see it, but so the guy offered me the two bikes for the mini bike. One of them is yellow. It runs. It just needs a petcock on it, and it'll be fine. He has a red one that he said is a parts bike. It might need some things. It looks like it's missing a seat. He said if I messed with the wiring though, it might be able to run. He said it knew wiring harness, so I'm assuming either it needs a couple pieces of wiring, either that or it's just totally a lost cause. So we're gonna check it out here soon, and yeah, let's go. Alright guys, so I had to stop to just make sure everything was good. I know it's a bad way of wrenching these down, but we put them in backwards and I didn't want to mess with them. But I need to get a new key. He doesn't have the keys, but of course it's hot wired, as you can see. But this thing's really cool. So the guy said all the lights on this thing work whenever it's running. It's got the tires are actually not in bad shape. They need a little bit of air in them, but I watched this one run before my very eyes, which is good because this is the one that I was concerned about running. But this one right here is 81. I think it's 81. It's double shocks in the rear, so it might not be 81. But this one has some issues, so it's missing a few things. I might just turn this thing into like a cafe racer or something like that. We'll see. This thing, on the other hand, though, will be fun just to go right around. Like, it's pretty awesome. Yo, that's cool. I am discovering new things as we speak. But so that's how the seat tape is held on. I knew that was messed up. I'll buy some upholstery. Oh, you know what? I have upholstery at home, so I'll reupholster this on my own. It was black underneath it. We'll find something. It still says Yamaha on the back. Cool. But yeah, it's got a license plate holder. This one doesn't have all the street legal stuff on it, which is kind of sad. But I think I'll put a headlight on it and do a couple other things. What does it say? This vehicle. It does not say. Rider weight 400, max rider weight I think is said 470 pounds. But, so I've got the carb and the intake and all that for this. It does spin over freely. This one's, of course, more of a mess, also pardon the wind. But I did watch this one run. So whenever you guys see these next, which will probably be here in a few seconds, thanks to YouTube magic, we should be working on this one, getting it running. So yeah, I'll see y'all here in a few minutes. Hey guys, pardon the wind, but welcome back. I think it's like 4 days later after I got the bikes. So right here we have the Yamaha DT100. This is the red one. I actually went online and looked up the VINs. The red one is a 79 DT100, and the guy I got it from said it was a parts bike. But the other day I got a new spark plug for the yellow one, which I'll talk about here in a second. But I had a new spark plug for that one, so I put the old one in here, and I got it to where it's kind of in the it's kind of making contact. The problem is on these spark plugs, they have little, like, they should call them like little nipples on the top, and this one that I have in this bike is actually missing it, so it doesn't give good contact. But I have that in there, and I decided to kick it over and just check because it's got compression. I put the exhaust on it and the carburetor on it, and so I kicked it over with the spark plug out of it, and it made spark. So the guy said it was a parts bike, so I don't know why. I know it's missing a couple things here and there, but that thing's pretty cool. I'm hoping to be able to get it actually like running here soon. But let's talk about the yellow bike. So of the two bikes, the yellow bike is the nicest, of course. As you can see, it's even got the horn mounted here. But I'm having an issue with it. So, it's a two-stroke. Like I think I mentioned before, both these bikes are two-strokes. But I'm not as... Hold on, I'm gonna start over. Okay, so we're done with the red bike. Okay, back to the yellow bike. Okay, so on to the yellow bike. So the yellow bike is the better of the two. It's a lot nicer. It's got everything on it. Got all the lights, the brake light. I think the brake light's got some messed up wiring, but the bulb looks fine. The blinkers don't work, so I assume that's just the little blinker module. Could also be that some of this stuff is disconnected right here. But headlight works whenever a bike runs. So I do have it running, and I think, let's see if she'll want to start up for us, because she normally starts really easy. Oh, well, you know what would help? Turn it into run. Oh, she doesn't want to run. Huh. That is odd. Well, normally she wants to run. But, so, this thing normally is run. I've actually ridden it a couple times now. But I do have a problem where if I give it more than like half throttle, it just revs to the moon. And even if you flip the off switch right here, it does nothing. So, that means there's like carbon buildup or something in the head, I think. I'm not 100% sure. I got a buddy who's actually good with these that's coming down here to help me shortly. So we'll figure out what's up with this thing. So yeah, whenever he gets down here, we'll get right to the action, get this thing working and ready to go. So it's been a couple more days. Got the bike out. So when my buddy and I checked it out, we had an issue, or we couldn't figure out what the issue is, really. Oh, see, it's doing it right now. You can hear it rev up on its own. Like, I'm not even touching it. And it just starts revving up like this. Well, I'm gonna kill it before it runs off. But, so, that's the issue I'm having with it. And we figured it's because something might be junked up in the carb. I'm not 100% sure. But if it's anything worse, it's probably crank seals or something else on the motor. We checked everything else up and it all is tight and works. So we assume it's just crank seals or something. So I actually have ordered those. They're on their way if I do need to end up replacing them. And it's always good to have them replaced in the first place. So yeah, I'm gonna get to cleaning this carb off here shortly. So I got it over here. Part of the wind and the tractor. So as you can see, I've got the red tank on this, and that's because the yellow tank was leaking really bad. But since last time, I have I cleaned the carb and I put some other stuff on the carb, so it actually runs great now. So let's get to it. So we're out of my buddy's property. Gonna be rolling around through some trails. God, this is awful. Okay, cool. Yeah, so woo! Sandy. Yeah, this thing is, so far, it's been doing pretty good.